how do you keep the grassroots connection?
It's being present in many places, and it's going out to community events when there is an agenda item or a hot topic or something that may have a lot of resident impact. My first question will always be, what did the residents say? What is the neighborhoods talking about?
Welcome back to the Around the Districts podcast, where we bring conversations to you with the people shaping our communities, districts, and the future of Arizona. I'm Gabrielle Mazar.
I'm Nicole Brown.
And today we have back the Chandler Vice Mayor, Angel Encinas. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
So you emphasize always being present in your community and making sure that council votes reflect what the neighbors are actually feeling. How do you keep the grassroots connection?
It's being present in many places, and it's going out to community events when there is an agenda item or a hot topic or something that may have a lot of resident impact. I first start through with staff and through whether it's the developer in questioning. My first question will always be, what did the residents say? What is the neighborhoods talking about? What are their issues and their complaints, and how do we work through that? And going back into being a little bit more present with them is giving that outreach. I like to either reach out to the families or the neighbors, or do I know somebody in this neighborhood that will be affected by this? Can I get their perspective on this? And just making my tours around town and being at different events, talking to people. I'm very open on social medias as well too. So people will message me their questions or send me their concerns. My phone number is out there, so they can text me, call me. I'm always available 24/7, even on Sundays and Saturdays, all the way into the nights. I will get random text messages from residents and stuff, and they'll probably expect me to respond in a couple of days. I'm right there on my phone. Hey, what's up? What do you need? And stuff. So it's just being available. And myself and the rest of council is very good at all of that. So we're very good at communicating and, touching base with everyone.
Yeah. But do you occasionally have to say no? Because you get invited to everything, right? As an
Yes.
elected official. So, sometimes you can't be everywhere all at once. So,
Correct. There's times, whether schedule permitting, that I won't be able to attend a certain event and stuff. So it does get a little taxing at sometimes, because they do want us present in all these places, and we wish we can be present in all these places. So we do try to coordinate if one of us can't be there, or if I can't be there, if there's something that is really important to me, I'll make things happen and stuff to get out there. But it's a good balance between, work and council, and making sure that I'm there representing the residents. And it means so much to them, so much if I'm coming to an event or we're present in one of these events. So we try our best.
So you recently participated in the Chandler Pride candidate debate, talking about inclusion and supporting the LGBTQ plus youth community. Why is keeping Chandler a welcoming, diverse city a core pillar of your platform?
It's very important to me, not only just as a member of the LGBTQ plus community, but creating that space that I didn't have in Chandler. Growing up in Chandler, I never had a place or an organization like Chandler Pride. I got introduced to Chandler Pride 5 years ago when they first started launching, and I met one of the founding members there in the hallway. They're like, hey, we're having Chandler Pride. I was like, what do you mean you're having Chandler Pride? Everything usually in the LGBT plus community, main events or community events, happen in Phoenix or Tempe and other larger cities where I have to leave my city to go to be part of that. So when I saw that, it was very important to me. And I was already at my late 20s, early 30s to be experiencing something like that. And growing up in Chandler, I remember this one time very vividly, driving down Hartford Road. I was driving to my office and I saw a rainbow flag, and I've never seen that in Chandler ever in my life before. And I literally turned around and I was like, did I just see that right? What's going on here? And so seeing that just kind of even sparked a little bit more and inspired me to, during Pride Month, put out my own pride flags. I've never done that before. And I was honestly very nervous, because I didn't know, how are my neighbors going to react? How is someone going to do something to my house or damage my property and stuff? So it was very nerve-wracking to do that for myself in my home and stuff. But the next day I woke up, flags were still there. Everything was fine. And it put me at ease. I was like, Chandler is that community. It is that place that I want to be in. And I want to make this more inclusive for younger generations. If I had a Chandler Pride when I was in high school, I was a very involved student from student council, graphics. I was in the FFA, all these different types of things. If I had something like that, not that my life would have been different, but it would have been a different path in that story with it. So I want to make sure that our youth and our older generation understands that Chandler is a place that you can be open and welcomed, and this is your community and you're a part of it. So that's why it's one of my main
Well,
pillars.
and plus representation matters, right?
Exactly.
And being a part of the community yourself. Are you the first person on the Chandler City Council
I
that
am.
is
Yes.
a part of the LGBT? So you made
Yes.
history,
Yes.
right? So I know as an African American, representation matters, so others can feel safe to be able to do the same.
Yeah, the
Have
safety
you-
of it.
yeah,
It's
have-
such a, it's like you said too. It's just putting that out makes you feel scared,
Yes.
but if you doing that helps somebody else to feel safe doing it as well,
Yeah.
which
that's
is huge.
That's my main goal, especially the youth, and that's why we raised the Pride flag for the first time in Chandler's history in downtown Chandler. This is our third or fourth year that we raised the Pride flag, and it's bringing out the community members, having an event, honoring some people and stuff. So it's a great gesture to show to the community that we're here and this is our home.
That's great. Do you want? Okay, I guess I got the next question. So you give a lot. You're everywhere. People can reach you 24/7. How do you give back to yourself?
Back to myself, I do take my time. Every morning I do like to go for runs. It clears my mind. So it's kind of like my therapy, and it's also my patrols because I live in downtown. So I do my morning patrol, whether I find something in downtown Chandler or something needs attention to it. But I do a lot of physical activity. I do lift weights at night. Gym is my other therapy and stuff. So at the end of the day, that's the way I decompress. After that, I'm basically on my couch watching a lot of Housewives, reality TV.
Oh my God, I love you already.
Anything on Bravo, I've watched since season 1 till now. I can answer any and all questions. I'm a Bravoholic. So that's
I
my
love
me
me
time.
some Andy Cohen.
Yes, 100%. Yeah. So that's the way I like to decompress, relax, and put work to a side for a minute and stuff, and then refocus the next day.
Yeah,
You probably have no time for that, right, Gabby?
Oh yeah, I
Okay.
definitely. You have to. You have to have a hard stop,
Yes,
right?
you
You
do.
have to have time where you set something aside and stop. Otherwise, you don't, because there's always going to be people reaching out to you. There's always going to be issues that are coming at you or whatever. But you have to have a hard stop and give back to yourself. Otherwise, you can't give back to your work or your community. So yeah, I definitely all
Well,
those
on the
things.
reality TV, like it's mindless. I hate to say
Oh,
it, but it is, right? So it takes you out of your
I'm a 90-day fiance person. Oh God,
Oh
I can't
my
believe I just said that.
out loud now. Now the world knows.
It's terrible. It's my only guilty pleasure. It is awful. But it's absolutely mindless, and it shuts you off. So
It's
like
a great show, too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So I hear you.
You get to see somebody else's life.
Ooh, it's pretty terrible. But yeah, I mean, you have to have those things that just don't make you think at all. So
Correct.
that's mine.
My thing right now, and we're way off topic, is Love Island. So
Yeah.
I'm like, why am I watching Love
I
Island?
can't
Yeah.
commit to Love Island because I can't keep up. There's like an hour every single day. They're like 40 episodes deep, and I'm like, you guys, I can't catch up
Yeah.
on something like that.
Yeah,
It's
not
too
with your
much.
busy schedule.
Yeah,
you
that's a
can.
lot. That's a lot.
So that's a great way to give back to yourself and regroup, and then be able to deal with your
Yeah,
constituents.
right.
You know. So what's your hardest moment, or what was your hardest moment in the council?
Being on council, let me see. I'm in my 4th year. We've gone through a lot of different, whether it's development projects, neighborhood situations and stuff. We've had our moments, but we've had a lot of breakthrough times as well too, where we have a lot of compromise and get things done in Chandler. But for me, my hardest moment would be probably this past year on which cap I actually wear. As you guys know, I do immigration consulting. It's very important work to me. It's very rewarding work to me. But balancing that hat with the current immigration enforcements that have been going on across the country and the news stories that come out has kind of been my toughest spot. In when do I act as a council member, vice mayor to help people? When am I representing people in an immigration standpoint who don't have assistance and help? So it's been tough, whether it's ICE raids that are coming into communities. People are reaching out to me. My hands are sometimes tied when it comes to those situations. So it's a community that I deeply care about. It's a community that I help out every single day. So being able to make that balance and making sure that, one, I'm still representing my city. I'm still making sure that everyone is safe, and still making sure that the people who do need the assistance know that their rights, what they can and cannot do, and being able to allow them pathways to be in a safe, secure, and legal process as well too. So that's been kind of my crossroads right now, is making sure that I'm doing everything that I need to do on both ends for that. So that's kind of my toughest spot that I've been in.
Do you guys get yelled at a lot? I mean, I've been to a few city council meetings and school board meetings, and some people aren't that nice.
Correct. We've had our moments. Yes, we do have some residents who are very passionate about certain things, and they will let us know about it for sure. And, that's what I'm there for. You can yell at me all you want. You can say what you need to say, send it to me an email, a text message, whatever it may be, come to our council meetings. I'm there to listen. That's what I need to do. And if it's not something that is favorable to me, I'm still going to take it there. I'm going to listen, and I will make my decisions based on those situations.
So like about a year, maybe not a year ago, but Chandler voted down the data center, right? From your perspective, because we've heard from other people, what did that feel like? Why'd you make that decision? What did it feel like? Were the constituents happy about it? Tell us about that.
Yes. So for me, it's always going to come down, like I mentioned, is what do the neighbors want? Okay. Are they looking for? What are their needs of the residents? That's going to always come first to me. Voting down that data center was, the neighbors were happy about it, obviously, because it's not something that they wanted in their community. To me, I was okay with our decision as a council, because we made that, it was a unanimous decision. This was just a project that was not right for this place. And it actually opened my eyes up a little bit more to our current ordinance that we do have in Chandler, restricting data centers. So it was about going back to that as well. That's already been set in stone per se. And I want to build a little bit more on that, because I did see on a business side, and again, I want Chandler to still remain competitive, be attractive to companies that come in. So I wanted to make sure we put up guardrails. We had a good plan if that data center was to come in, what they had to do, the hurdles that they needed to jump through to get that passed. And so I wanted to build a little bit more on that, because I don't want to be closed to business. I still want people to be able to come in and be like, hey, is this going to work? You never know. In future generations, the data center might work in that same spot at that time, and the neighbors might not be opposing it. So we don't want to say no. But to me, it was great to listen to all the residents. They came out, they packed the house in there as well too, and they let us know. And myself and the rest of council, we heard, we listened, and we proceeded accordingly.
Didn't the former legislature
we did,
come and
yes,
talk about,
we had a former senator
come in and talk about the pros of having that data center?
Correct. Yeah. So it was great to see that perspective as well, to see what they were championing for at a level that is way beyond us at the federal level. Obviously, they weren't in that sitting position at that time, but to get their perspective, get their ideas, and listen to them as well. But it's always going to come down to our local decision. Yeah. What is going to be best for us in Chandler is what's important.
Do you do a lot of research, like when you have to make a tough decision about whatever topic? We can use data centers because it's a hot topic these days. How do you go about making that decision? Like, do you go do a lot of research? Do you talk to everybody? I know you listen to the community, but what about other people?
Yeah, I basically take information that staff will give us, provide us that basic information. I go outside, do my own research as well too, whether I'm online or reading articles or checking out different journals, whatever it may be regarding that specific subject, going back to the neighbors and stuff. And then I like to go back and talk to different, whether it was a data center or a development that has been here prior. What experiences have you guys had? What are you guys currently experiencing? what's going to be happening for the next generation of this type of industry as well too. So I do dig a little deeper when it comes to those things as well, and I share it with the rest of my council as well too. If it's good information and will help them make a decision, whichever way, I like to share that as well too.
Yeah. I mean, when people go and Google stuff, it's not always true, right?
Correct. Yes.
Or ask AI.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's true. So you represent Chandler on the Phoenix East Valley Partnership Board. How does having a seat at that regional table translate into direct wins?
It's great to have that network of different companies, organizations that are deeply involved across Arizona, and the East Valley is what it's part of and stuff. So I like to use it, I don't want to say like a Rolodex or whatever it may be, but I do like to pick people out of the network and talk, hey, what's going great over here in your industry? What's happening over here? Can you guys come to Chandler? What opportunities do you guys have open and available? So to represent Chandler in that space is great, because I just feel like it's building more of an ecosystem for us and being able to bring people into Chandler. So it's like, are we missing out on something? Does Phoenix have something better, or does this place have something better, or does your company have something that can be beneficial to our city and to our residents? So
Yeah, so
good.
working with other people. I mean, you're taking what's good over here and bring it into Chandler. I think that's great.
And they have they put on so many great sessions as well too. Like, we'll take visits to the Gulfstream facility that's in Mesa to see what's going on there in the aviation space. We'll take visits over here to ASU, just different areas where I normally wouldn't be or have questions at, or have a possibility to tour a certain facility, and to see that and bring it back, it is great. Yeah.
Well, you can't isolate just one city and think that one city is doing everything right. You have to go outside of that.
Correct.
Yeah. So if you were to sit down with someone from the community, a community member, where would you sit down? Where would you take them?
Okay, so I like to have meetings at different coffee locations. My number one right now is a new spot called Coffee 1019. And I like their story too, because they started out at our farmer's market in like a coffee trailer, like an Airstream type of thing. So I started there. I was introduced to one of my friends. She's like, let's go to the farmer's market. There's this coffee place and stuff. And they have just grown so much from there. They've grown a following that they grew out of their trailer. And so they actually stayed in Chandler, and they're in Uptown Chandler at the De Leon Plaza, right off of Arizona Avenue, just before Ray Road. And they had the grand opening, I want to say back in May, so just a couple months ago. And they have just been nonstop. And so I like to go there. It's great. A couple there that are the owners and stuff, very enthusiastic. They have amazing coffee, great flavors. So I'd go check them out, Coffee 1019. If not, if I stay within my downtown area, Aristocrat Coffee is awesome as well too. Maple House is always a fan favorite of everyone, but it's always packed. So you got to find your spots there. So those are my go-to spots to take residents or anything like that. Or if I have a meeting and stuff like that, if we go to a happy hour now, we're going to talk about, I love going to the Black Sheep in downtown Chandler.
I love Black Sheep.
It's so much, it's great. They have great wines. They have great appetizers and everything. Or I love the Brickyard as well too. They have a great variety of different things. So those are my go-tos.
So you're a coffee guy. That's what I got.
Ish. Yes. Yes. Sometimes I go for like teas or water and stuff like that. But yeah.
I'm glad to hear you say that, because I'm a tea person, and I'm like, I need to check this spot out.
Yes.
Perfect. What is it? Cafe 1019?
Coffee 1019.
Coffee 1019. Okay.
Yes.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show today. We really appreciate it, and everything you've done for your community and the other community members. So we're really looking forward to what else you're going to do for the community in the city of Chandler. So thank you so much for coming on the show.
If people want to reach out to you, how do they get in touch with you?
Oh, yes. Anytime. You can reach me at angelforchandler.com. You can reach me on social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok nowadays. Shoot me a DM. You can also reach out to me directly through email through the city, or give me a phone call. Shoot me a text and stuff. Text message is the fastest way to reach out to me. And I'll get back to you right away.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. This has been the Around the Districts podcast. You can share, like, comment, and follow, and we'll see you on the next episode.